Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Stellaris, returning to the Redwall Abbey playthrough. And right now, I am trying to push out my borders so that I can colonize this planet here. I'm currently surveying the system. Hopefully we don't encounter anything in the system that prevents that. And then the goal, after I establish an outpost here to push that border, is to reduce the influence cost of colonizing this system, because right now the distance cost from my borders to over here is too high, and it would take far too long to get that influence. And then hopefully once we push the border by colonizing here, we can attempt to colonize this system here, which is currently in this empire, the Tzin Centralized Suns space, so we can't colonize it currently, but if we were able to push the border, maybe we can. In any case, let's go ahead and continue here. Alright, so what do we got here? Borders closed. So, Interstellar Yaxkalax Cartel. And those guys were pretty far away. Yeah, they're down here. So I don't really care that they closed borders with me. Actually, I don't really know what our relationship was like before they did that. They didn't really like me, so it looks like that isn't too unexpected. Maybe we'll see a rivalry in the near future. On the other hand, they might be too far away for a rivalry. I actually don't know. Let's see that. Can we rival someone that's super far away? Declare a rivalry. Oh, it's also possible that they have too many rivals. I think there's a limit. At least there used to be. But for now, I'm not going to declare rivalries. That's just not in role-playing Redwall Abbey. So far, I've only rivaled empires that have rivaled me in turn. Okay, I was just checking something out here. Because I saw that there was mines here, and I was wondering... I mean, it's clearly in their space. Okay, well, in any case, let's go ahead and continue. So there's my construction going. Alien proto-civilization encountered. The survey of Anacris 2 has revealed... Oh, no. That certain regions of the planet are home to a primitive alien proto-civilization. Our probes show that the Neolithic culture has mastered fire and developed a rudimentary spoken language. But we have yet to see any evidence of metallurgy or written communication. I hope that it probably is. Yeah, it's on the system that we're going to colonize. I think that prevents me from being able to colonize it. Because of our purge policy, I don't think you can interfere with other alien races. I mean, right now we can't colonize because I don't have enough influence because of the distance. You can see the distance cost there is 129. So we're lacking that. Doesn't say that we couldn't otherwise, but from what I remember, the way the game used to work is these Stone Age primitives will actually prevent me from colonizing. I guess I might be able to change the policy because we could have done purges before. What would that be under? That would be under here, policies and edicts. Purge pops are unable to work and will ultimately perish, but the process will enrage them. Okay, let's see. We must allow... Okay. Troublesome and corrupt elements within our empire must be cleansed. See, I'm not sure. They might have changed how certain things work. Oh, native interference. Yeah, this is the problem. So... I think it's this, and we can't even do unrestricted because of our xenophile ethic. So it's our interference that is the problem here. So I'm thinking that we won't be able to colonize. So that colony ship I built is going to be, unfortunately, not useful. I might even have to dismantle it. Because we don't have anywhere else I can legally colonize. Oh, I mean, technically, I could colonize somewhere that isn't very habitable. That's not something I really considered. Out of curiosity, does it allow me to do that? Because it didn't used to in the past, but I think they've changed how colonization works. Okay, yeah, habitability for colonizing species must be at least 40%. Because we only have one species in our empire, we can't really take advantage of those planets at the moment. Alright, well, I think that just screwed me. We've not had very good luck with this particular playthrough, in my opinion. We didn't manage to get this system here because these guys expanded quicker than I could respond. Maybe I could have done things a little bit differently if I had it all to do over again. But I just didn't move fast enough to jump on this planet. And although this planet's colonizable, it is not within my borders, so, I obviously cannot colonize it. I don't know if it's worth doing this outpost now. I'm sure I've already spent the influence. Well, we'll see. I'm just gonna sit on things. We're gonna see. We're gonna confirm. In any case, let's go ahead, grab our science ship, and we'll survey other systems that are closer. There were aliens here. I don't know if they're still there. I could go kill them if they're still there, so it's not a big deal. But it does bum me out quite a bit that happened.
Complete.
I had no way of knowing that this system would include a planet that I, unfortunately, probably can't colonize at this point because of the native interference thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and go through the planets here, just make sure I'm not missing anything. So we've got Navi Prime. We have anything that needs a building constructed? Not that I'm seeing. We could upgrade some buildings here. Keep forgetting I can just click the little icon in the corner. I'll have to remind myself of that. And then over here, we're still growing, so... Again, nothing really jumps out at me. Although I guess we could build here. We'll build a basic power plant. Okay, another thing I want to keep doing is I want to get my fleet up. So what is our current fleet like? As a matter of fact, this guy is here, so we can have these two fleets merge together. But what do we like right now? We've got a... Here, I'll just do it that way. So we've got 16 size 2 ships and 18 size 1 ships. I will do... Because we have so many minerals, I don't see a reason why not continue to build ships here. So I'm going to build 4 of those, 2 of those. So we'll have 20 and 20. Alright. I'm going to probably push my naval capacity here.
Research.
Alright, what do we got? Our abbot died. We have a new heir. And our current leader is Abbess Barim II. And charismatic, so edict costs. And then plus 10% food. That's pretty good. And then what do we've got here? So our new heir is 23. And is an expansionist. So frontier outpost build cost and colony influence cost. Okay, that's good. And then champion of the people, happiness plus 10%. Okay, those are all good traits. I like it. We also have new research. So this is our computers. We're going to need to probably upgrade our ship designs here in the near future. Let's see. We've got disruptors. Colony development speed. I like that. Although, what usefulness is it if we don't have any colonizable worlds? Observatory, which is something that is a module, right? And then we have cold fusion power. Well, this is rare, and it is a module, and I don't really have that many modules, so I'm going to go ahead and build it, or research it. And then the leader dying, I don't think affected our actual leaders. Although we are a little bit short in that department. And let's come on down. Oh, you know what? I just realized we need a solar panel network. Do we have solar panel networks here? No, we don't. Solar panel network. Okay, checking the other planets. We're all good. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're one short, and then we can upgrade. All right, I'm waiting on you. Construction ship. Takes quite a while to build these outposts.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
So not a whole lot in that system. I feel like this border pushed quite a bit. I wonder if an outpost was put out, because I don't see a colonized world here. I definitely feel like not so much was here. Let's go ahead and survey this system nonetheless. Yeah, we're definitely hitting a wall of our expansion here. I expect a war sometime in the future.
Research complete.
Hopefully our alliance can stick together. Alright, tile blockers. That's going to be very useful. Let's go ahead and do our new research now. I want to continue with tile blockers, but let's see what else we got. Vitality booster. We saw this before. And then we have orbital hydroponic farms, which are useful. They give you food on a planet that is not that rich. But I need to definitely get more blocker clearers. So let's get as many of those as possible. And then let's go through and find which ones had that blocker. Looks like just Ibline Prime and this one here. Alright, so first off, let's find our governors. So the governor of Redwall and the governor of this planet are good on the blocker clearing. So the governor of Redwall is getting up there in age. I'm going to go ahead and transfer them over to Ibline. So you are going to go there. And then you are going to take this guy. Alright, now that we've done that, let's start with Ibline here. And we'll just clear both blockers. I don't see a reason why not to queue up both. And then over here, we're going to clear this blocker first because it unlocks food, and then we'll clear the other two. Alright, and then another thing I want to take a look at that I haven't taken a look at in a while is my sectors. How are the sectors doing? So minerals is the one thing that they're kind of short on. I'm going to give them both about 500. Energy, they're not doing too bad on, so we'll let them go with that. Alright, well. Outside of the possibly crushing news that we might not be able to colonize the planet that I wanted to colonize over here. You know, that's interesting. I could have swore I knew that this planet over here was habitable, but then that information went away. I wonder what happened. You know, there are events that change things. I wonder if there are events where populations nuke the planet. New contact. Alright, so that was the Empire I assumed that was there because I just saw them pop in. We receive a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire. They call themselves the Juven State. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on communications of another empire we are in contact with. Alright, so these guys are individualists, so they'll hate us, and they're xenophobes, so they'll hate us. So, not too surprised there. I think they're rivals with somebody that we're friends with anyway. I speak on behalf of the Juven state. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens in a galaxy full of alien horrors. Our elected leader, President Feathers of Magenta, warns you not to interact with our citizens or approach our space. Well, we'll go with the thing that they hate, which is collectivist and spiritualist, to answer that.
Construction complete.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at them. They, I think, have already closed their borders to me, so that shows you what their relationship's going to be like. All right, so they were the Juven state. So they hate me because of xenophobia. I'm allied to their rival, so there's another penalty. And then because we're collectiveness, we get yet another penalty. So a total of minus 60. I have a feeling we're going to see a rivalry probably sometime in the near future. These guys here will probably be allies, I'm going to assume. Or at least potential allies. I suspect a war with these guys or these guys. Considering that these guys are militarists, I expect it to come from them. And as much as my ally is militarist, I have a feeling that they're not going to start anything because of their... because this is our ally here. Because they're so far behind. They're actually getting better on their technology. They went from pathetic to inferior. As a matter of fact... Can we still offer them? We can invite them to a federation, which they would accept. And we could offer them protector status. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and talk to our other ally, the Dominion, because they would not accept a federation. I don't really see the benefit of being in a federation right now. They may have reworked how federations work, but... Federations are more or less an alliance where you switch presidency back and forth. And I don't want to give these guys that kind of power. Right now I'm happy with the defensive alliance. Oh, we built in our outpost. So the question is, should I get rid of this outpost? First off, I also want to see population. We're doing okay right now. I'm going to keep it as is for now. But the construction ship has things to do. So, we have this system in our... Oh, this didn't give me as much border push as I would have liked. But it possibly has made the cost of colonizing down. Alright. Yeah, I want this world. Oh, it does let me colonize. It has no problem with me colonizing on this system. I could have swore in the past that was an issue. If you had these primitives, but I guess Stone Age primitives don't count. I'm assuming. Alright, well, let's go ahead and send it. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I do this right. So, grab the colony ship. Colonize planet. Okay, adjacency bonuses. I'm not seeing anything that really screams out to me that it's going to give me a lot of adjacency bonuses. I may end up putting it here. This might actually be a good spot here because we might get adjacency bonus. I don't know if you get adjacency bonuses on science for sure. But I'm just not really seeing any other strong position that would give me adjacency bonuses without suppressing already existing resources. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plop it right here. And that's fine. I noticed that I have a lot of planets called blank prime. Okay. Alright, well, I'm a little bit happier now because, looks like we're going to get away with that. Alright, well, I'm noticing that we're down on energy resources, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and build the mining stations over here so we get the energy resources that we have access to. I'm more than likely going to want to close out one of these outposts, but for now, I'm going to keep them both active. Because I just want to make sure that we don't have our border presence collapse too much. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm still expecting possible interference here and a possible war. This might push things a little bit too far with these guys over here. The, what was it? Zin Centralized Suns? Yeah.
Construction complete.
Okay, so I think we just finished the solar panel arrays, so energy resources are a little bit better. Still just making sure we've got everything going okay. We're working this, which has pushed up the habitability to 70%, which I'm happy to see. There are a couple other planets that might be candidates for another tourist site like that. Population is not really growing as fast as I'd like on some of these other planets, but we don't have a lot of food production. Here's pretty good, though. But the planet's full now. Well, it won't be in a second, though, because we'll have this. And, alright, well, I guess it's just be patient.
System survey complete.
Alright, our colony ship, I think, has arrived in system, so it just now needs to get there. Alright, what do we got going on here? Governor is leveled up, and then we got our system survey. So, science ship. We can't enter their space, so I'm going to have to wait for border pushes to get these planets in our space, which may or may not happen. But I think it's a good idea to keep the science vessel where it is, just kind of in the area. Alternatively, I could have it jump and be in orbit over here. So it gets a little bit closer. Alright, we're back into a deficit because we have a new colony. As a matter of fact, I think it's time to start thinking about what planets we want to keep and what planets we want to get rid of. So, at the moment, Ibline Prime is kind of maxed out, and there's not a whole lot else I can do there. I want to get the blocker clearers done, though. Alright, well, I'll be patient. I'll just wait a little bit longer, but I think Ibline is the one that we're going to probably get rid of. I might give it over here to Levicia Prime. I want to hold on to this system because of the possibility of getting the Betharian. And I obviously want to keep Navi. So I think Ibline is the odd man out here. I still have a lot of development over here. And this is a much bigger planet. Like, you know, this is not nearly as sizable. So I think that's the game plan as soon as we get
Construction complete.
this colony established. All right, there we go. There's that little bit of information I was looking for before.
Research complete.
All right, what do we get? Got plasma thrusters. Do our new research. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a strategic resource that... excellent material for construction of ships. Don't really care. We've got missile defense module. And missiles in general. Afterburners, which we've seen before, and then defense platform. I'm thinking a defense outpost in this case. I don't know how much of that we're going to be building, but... yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. Out of curiosity, what scientist do I have in my... science vessel? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I definitely am not doing well on the influence side. Probably a good idea to think about dismantling this outpost. Again, I don't want to lose planets here. But if I drop this outpost, at worst, we'll lose this planet. I am fairly certain... if we lost this planet, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because, oh no, we lost the planet, the system that has the automated dreadnought that prevents me from being able to do anything in the system. I mean, there could be great rewards in this system, and maybe something we want to do later on, but for now, not that big of a deal. I think for sure we have to dismantle this. I don't think we have much choice. Again, I might lose the mining and the research stations, but that's the price you pay. So let's go ahead and dismantle it. All right, let's watch as the border shrinks. Oh, wow, that shrunk a lot. And we gave that to our allies. You know, we received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring, so they met us through listening. All right, let's see what we got. These guys are pacifists and xenophobes, so they're probably not going to like me. Pacifists don't really matter. Rassian, where are you? You're down there. All right, so I really don't care about you and your flying monkeys anyway. I speak on behalf of the Rassian Commonwealth. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual. Yeah, we've seen that before. Our elected leader, President Yargim Den Daska, warns you not to interact. Okay, again, we'll go with the xenophile approach because they're xenophobes. Why not?
Construction complete.
All right, let's just take a look real quick at that contact situation. So, what was their name? Rassian or something like that? So yeah, mostly xenophobia. They don't like us, and then they're pacifists, so they don't like our bombardment policy. All right, so yeah, it was, you know, not the greatest that we lost these resources, but it went to our allies, so that's not the end of the world. And it doesn't look like we lost any other planets, and this is kind of up in the air. I mean, right now I control it, but again, it's got a massive dreadnought thingy, so I don't know if that really matters 100%. Looks like we have gained this system, which we have benefited because the empire that owned this before built research stations and mining stations for us, which is lovely. What is this? Wait. Maybe I missed... What is this? The research station. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, that's a research station. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I was asking what it was. Okay, well... construction ship has stuff that it needs to do. There's a lot of good resources over here. I kind of am short on energy credits, so let's go over there and get those energy credits. How is Ibleen Prime doing? So they've cleared the blockers. What is the construction project that it says? Oh, it's upgrading. All right, so I think at this point we're going to go ahead and cast Ibleen off. There's a couple things that we could do here, but you know, it's mostly obvious what we would do there. So I think it's time to come over to our sectors, and which one were we going to give them to? I think Levicio Prime makes sense. So let's manage Levicio Prime, and we're going to give them this. Did I do that right? I think I did that right. Why is it showed as two different separate sectors? Let me see. Just make sure that we did that right. I don't want a third sector here, because that's all of the sectors I can do, right? There it is. Yeah, I think it worked. Okay. And we did lose some energy as a result of that action, which is fine. We can deal with that. There's resources that we can take advantage of, and a bunch of other stuff that we can do. So no big deal. There's another planet I can colonize, but I want to survey the planet and make sure everything's okay first.
Colony established.
Okay, so encounter with primitives. Our new settlements on Anagras Prime have come into contact with the primitive Stone Age aliens native to this world. There have already been several violent confrontations, and we need to establish a policy on how to deal with them. We can fortify our settlements into enclaves and limit them to remote regions where few aliens live. This will severely limit the land and resources available to our colonists. Another plan is to relocate the aliens to specific reservations where they can be kept isolated from the rest of the colony. This would still limit the available land, but not nearly to the same extent. Well, we don't get a choice here because we cannot intervene, so our colony will be limited in size, but society research is generated by the study of the natives. Okay, well, that's the way it's going to be. So it is going to limit the planet, but considering that this was so strategically important, I don't really care. Let's go ahead and take a look at our colony, though. So Nocris Prime here. So these guys, I'm guessing eventually we can get the science to clear them. But for now, they're blocking a lot of stuff, including Betharian, which is unfortunate. You know, food as well. Most of these rest of these tiles are empty except for the society research, which I guess we get automatically. Not sure. In any case, let's go ahead and build a spaceport here. How are we doing over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So we don't have the influence yet. As a matter of fact, what's eating our influence? Frontier outposts, planetary unification, from rivals. Alright. I felt like we got more influence than that in the past, but doesn't appear so. In any case, I think it's a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.